Alright, August 1st, Saturday night. Just kind of winging it here. Sun golds. Once I took that Tesla land current out, looks like it's starting to thrive a little better. Wasn't getting so overrun. This was the rentiest one of the new plants, so it's doing okay. The other ones are doing a little better. Not a lot of changes in that world. There's another one of the new ones. These mini pepper plants don't look so many. The mini tomato plants, they look pretty small. This cucumber plant is not as green as it could be. It needs to be transplanted. Been saying that for a couple weeks now. We'll see more when I get back outside. A lot of red jalapenos. Bell peppers are doing pretty well. This one is a little scalding, burning in the bottom, but I mean it's a pretty good sized pepper, right? Size of my hand. And there's a bunch of them hiding in there. Lots of different colors on these Aurora peppers. You see some red, some orange, some yellow, and some purple. Don't know what they taste like, but they look kind of neat. This is the Sun Gold clone. Here's one of the new plants. So like I said, that one's taken off pretty good. Don't really care about some of the crispy ones as long as the top is growing, because I'm going to end up trimming it so we can go like the Roma tomato, go single trunk, and then you start trimming some of the foliage as you go up. Same with this one. That one's doing pretty good. The Tammy G grape tomato is starting to get its stride. Got some blossoms going on, so we'll see what happens. And then the other two transplants, or the new plants, like I said, a little crispy. Well, they were sad to start with, right? So we already know that. And that one looks the healthiest, but you know, it's probably just my luck in picking them. Bunch of lemon cucumbers, one regular. Well, these two, they're not soft and mushy, so that's the key. We'll see if they taste any good. And some radishes. What's left of the zucchini. The biggest thing is, so I went in there and cleaned out. Most of all of that was that kuka melon, that sour gherkin thing. So I trashed that. I tried some of them. They weren't very sour and they really didn't taste like anything. So I cleaned all of those out. So that was almost all. Well, I mean, yeah, the lemon cucumbers that were here, but that whole thing from the other side of those peppers all the way up to here was mostly those kuka melons. It was like a weed. And then hiding in there, this diva cucumber that's in the hydroponics actually has a lot going on. It was just hiding, so hopefully it'll start taking off. There's a bunch of little cucumbers on there, and the diva cucumber, it's all female, so it doesn't need any you know, don't need the bees or anything else to get it pollinated. This is what's left of the diva cucumbers. That one's pretty sad, but it's still green, so I filled it full of nutrient. We'll see if it takes off. And same with this one. We'll give it a week, see what it does in the heat. Then I need to clean up. So here's all those little kuka melons. Anyways, I got to dig the roots out, and then those two divas, and the big one is a Space Master. So those will come out here. I need to get these peppers strung up after I took out all the kuka melon foliage. They have no support, so I need to get some strings on it tonight, or they'll fall over and all that work will be for naught. I cleaned up a little bit of the watermelons. They were just kind of growing everywhere and not doing a lot, and the plant looks a little sad. I think it was getting too much water. I picked up the little tiny football that was hanging out down there, and I stuck it right there, getting it up all the way because I kept stepping on it. I wanted to cut more of this. I did cut a little bit because you can see it's kind of dying off, but I didn't know where it looped and where it didn't to make it out to There's one there, and one there. They're all a little bigger than a volleyball. Half of the corn didn't germinate, so I put new corn seedlings along the side, and I cleaned out the rest of the beans. So those are the Romas, which I didn't really like, but they seeded, and there's a couple Chinese long beans that actually went to seed. So cleaned out all the rotted bitter melon, juiced that up with some fertilizer, and there's some over here. Hopefully I'll be able to get to eat those. And then the really sad snap peas. Orange Rossellini, I've been watering it from the top. They didn't get very big. And then the really sad green beans, I think because this one I already shot twice. There's beans on there now, and I think the plant's just given all it's got. It's not dry from lack of water. This one I've been watering from the top, and I haven't really got a first large pick, but I just think it's not handling the heat real well. Chopped down the corn. I cut out at least half of the zucchini. It was pretty sad looking. I've been watering it from the top. You can see the really green leaves versus really crappy leaves. And I'm not really eating the zucchini, don't really like it. I've got a couple, so we'll finish those off. Potatoes are looking sad, so I think I need to start over. The carrots are doing okay. They're a little crispy from when I forgot to water them last weekend, and same with those carrots. But I mean, overall, they're doing okay. These strawberries are just hanging out. These are not doing anything. I was going to pull them out, but then I've seen strawberries come back, so I filled them full of nutrient, and I did find a potato was actually growing in there, so that might have killed off part of it. Going to try picking these Japanese radish. They're kind of growing weird. I don't think they're doing all that well. Green onions doing really good. Those are the old green onions. They just need to be chopped down and sent on their merry way. The tatsoi did not germinate really well, so I've got to get some more seeds in there, and we'll see what those do, but it's pretty hot for the little tiny plants. These are watermelon radishes. Looks like everything in the inside is growing and the outside is not. The basil is flowering. I haven't had a chance to prune it, so I need to get to do that, but it's just been so darn hot. And same with the other basil over here. And then I picked a few radishes, as you can see. But yeah, there's a lot of these in there that are just, well, here's one. That's not really much you can eat, right? You can grab a nub, but that's about it. Other than that, hopefully probably another month and the watermelons will be good to go. We'll see. Apparently you backtrack the watermelon to where it connects, you find the curly keel tassel, and once that's all shriveled up, then it's supposed to be ready to pick. So we'll see what happens. I really forgot to cover these. I kind of ran out to go to the outside. So these are the diva cucumbers from seed. So these are all ready to go in the dirt out there, along with that Space Master. And then these tomatoes that I started from seed are starting to get a little bigger. They probably got a couple more weeks in the greenhouse, and then we'll see if I've got room to put them someplace. The Juliet grape is on its last legs. All those that needed to be picked, some of those are already splitting or they're starting to shrivel. And I need to see, I have a sucker that I cut inside for cloning. Not a lot of good options on here, but I need to probably grab another one or two and see what I can do with it. So that'll make room for one of these sets of plants. So then I need two more. The chocolate sprinkle, I need to grab that sucker. That's the last one that's there. There's one inside. It's not doing real well either, so I need to try to clone that, and then that frees up that spot. The midnight snack looks like it's starting to get a second growth here, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna shy away from too many small tomatoes next year. Basically it'll be a grape and probably like a sweet 100 cherry tomato, and then the rest are going to be medium to large tomatoes, because I need something that I can eat, not something that I can look at like these the indigos. I think I called them midnights last week. I mean, they're the same thing. They're just large midnight snacks, big version of those little ones. This one's basically done. I mean, there's a few growing at the top, but basically just gonna leave these here, pick them as I want to eat them until those other ones back there are ready to get transplanted. So no need to cut them out until they get ready. And then the Sun Gold is doing its thing. It's starting to grow some more, and then I have the Sun Gold clone that's back here anyway. So I need to pick jalapenos. Actually, a lot of those red ones are kind of dried up and splitting, so I need to muster the energy to pick the jalapenos and try to can those tomorrow. I don't know if I am up for that. There's a lot of buds still going on back here, and there's a ton of jalapenos going on. So Scotch bonnets, I put a couple in the salsa that I made the other night from all the tomatoes that I had from up front in the greenhouse. The couple I had weren't super hot. I'm going to try a couple more, but it was more of an experiment. So good, bad, or indifferent, most of those are not going to get used. So other than that, that's it. Been busy cleaning up stuff today, so we'll catch you on the next one. Quick update here on the end. So with the heat and everything going on, after doing some trimming and figuring out that the watermelon was getting waterlogged, plant's not real happy. So hopefully it will keep doing what it's doing until these watermelons are edible. That would be cool. I plucked out the the onions in that spot there. That's actually was the dill. Took out the big beef, emptied out all the pulled the roots, emptied out all the potting mix. I added in some cocoa coir that was hiding in the garage, and mixed that up. I did not string up the peppers like I was supposed to, so I guess I need to get around to doing that now. I did add in the newer mix. You can see some of the cocoa coir still kind of hanging out in there. So I added more fertilizer. So I have the Sustain, the sea mineral, and a little bit of lime. So this is the Space Master cucumber. Notice it's kind of a light green because all I've been doing is sitting in the water. So hopefully it will get more like this in as it keeps going. But there's lots of blooms on there, or blossoms. I've already got it strung up, and that's just from transplant. So it's been hanging out in the greenhouse in that little itty bitty cup doing its thing. And then I got these 2 sets of 3 Diva cucumbers. So I decided, since there's 3 of them, I'm not going to get them too crowded, give them a little bit of room, but that has same thing, the potting mix with a little more cocoa coir. Hopefully it'll keep it aerated and not so compact. My perlite won't get in till later this week, but it is what it is. Other than that, I've got a couple extra strings cut, so I guess I need to get to stringing up these peppers. Other than that, everything else is as it was. So guess I need to stop moving around. Yeah, so there's some videos from the 1st of August, and we'll see how these cucumbers do in a week or 4.